Hey guys, this is Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another One Piece chapter review for you guys, and we are talking about the 1050th chapter of One Piece. And yeah, it is finally over now. The fight between Luffy and Kaido has concluded like I predicted it was going to. I knew it was going to end. I knew that last strike Luffy gave Kaido was it. Apparently, some people, I'm guessing some people didn't like from what I'm hearing. But still, I thought, this was a solid chapter. And it's definitely be interesting to see where the story's going to go. Obviously, the chapter ends off with the whole thing of Momonosuke about to reveal himself to the people of Wano. But anyways, let's get to it. This is One Piece chapter 1050 titled Honor. In terms of the cover page, it's obviously of Reiju and Ichiji showing up to save their brothers. So yeah, that's was pretty much predictable. They're breaking in, they're gonna save them. Simple enough. Anyways, as we get to the chapter, again, Kaido's falling down after the hit he took from Luffy, and as he's doing that, he's slowly reverting back into his human form. So it was a dragon, and then he reverts back into his human form, and he literally drops around the same area where Big Mom is at, and pretty much where like this, lava volcano area is at, where they're just right then and there, and it's like, wow, okay. Luffy's fallen, but Yamato is running. Eventually, Yamato catches Luffy, and the narrator essentially says the battle on the roof of the Skull Dome of Onigashima, winner, formerly, what the heck? That's a Viz translation, mistranslation. Okay, they need to fix that. Interesting. It's supposed to say Luffy, because the winner is Luffy. And I don't know why they said formerly Kaido. I guess Viz messed that up, but whatever. Anyways, Yamato catches Luffy. Obviously, it's laughing because she's like, I knew you could do it. You're the type of guy, and everything. And in the meantime, Momonosuke, he's kind of in his dragon form, just tired out from that and everything. And that's the whole thing. Yamato screaming out, "You two are incredible, just incredible, man." Now we cut back over to the Fire Festival because it's about to wrap up, and essentially, Tengu is essentially talking to Otoko. And essentially, Tengu's just reflecting on everything. And he's reflecting on the fact about, Yasui, or Yasuie and everything. And he's pretty much saying, like, after hearing this whole thing from that, Otoko said, like, my dad was very important and stuff like that, and pretty much, he's like, yeah, Yasui gave Wano a fighting chance to have this raid go on, because remember, the whole raid plans were going to be up in arms, and it was going to go down in complete failure if not for Yasui turning himself in and rewriting the way of the little code message so the raid could still go on. If not for him doing that, this raid would have never started to begin with. It would have failed, and they would have never got to this point. So yeah, and Tengu's like, if he had not done what he did when he did it, all the lights of hope we had built had gone out, and he gave his life to protect Wano. And at the meantime, you get this whole flashback between Otoko and Yasui, or Yasuie, and it's just things that hit home, and stuff like that. Like, this guy willingly sacrificed himself for a cause, at the same time also helping this cause get up off the roof, because it was going to be entrenched in everything. And when he goes on to say, he did that to preserve for Wano, so that one day you might grow up to be happy, Otoko. And obviously Otoko's listening to this, and she's like, "He did?" He's like, "That's right. In that case, I'm gonna change my message." And the message on the lantern, she said, is, "Daddy, thank you," which was very sweet, very emotional, because he really did. Yasue, you know, he was obviously a rebel from the beginning. He didn't believe in this whole cause, but again, with what we saw in this arc, he probably made one of the biggest sacrifices that ended up paying off for the heroes, for Luffy, the samurai, and everything and stuff like that. And all the people are lifting their lanterns up into the air and everything, and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, we have Nekomamushi go on to say, "I haven't seen that in years. The sky boats from the festival." And he goes on to scream out, and he's like, "Listen, you Gaara, listen. Luffy won. He beat Kaido. He smashed him into the ground. It's done. It's over. The rebellion has won. Wano has been saved." And stuff like that. He goes on to make them mention how we would have all died if Onigashima fell, but Lord Momonosuke, he made the clouds to leave Onigashima and have it fall down, and we're good, we're victorious and stuff like that. And obviously the Beast Pirate members were like, "Wait, that pink dragon was Lord Momonosuke? What the hell? He has powers?" And stuff like that. So, that's the thing is, again, Nekomamushi says, "After 20 long years, this entire battle to avenge Lord Odin has finally come to fruition. We are victorious. We have taken down the two emperors of the sea. We have won. Everybody, all the samurai, they're throwing their arms up, their swords up in celebration for the victory they just had and everything." We cut over to many of the other members of this raid. They're all freaking happy and everything and stuff like that. And they're celebrating. Freaking, you have a Scratchman and Pooh like, "Wait, Straw Hat took down Kaido? What the hell?" It's gonna be very interesting to see whatever the remnants, like Hawkins and Apu do now that Kaido's been defeated. Are they gonna still be in his crew, or are they just gonna defect and just go back to being their own pirate captains like they once were? Obviously, we covered some of the Straw Hat pirates. Some of them are happy and stuff like that. We see visibly on their face. In the meantime, Usopp and Frankie, they got, Zoro and Sanji already, and they're like, I got two patients in critical condition. Or, I'm for not, no, Usopp has, Usopp has, Kinemon, my bad. But also Zoro is badly damaged, and, Chopper's like, "I'm taking care of some other casualties and stuff like that. Hold on real quick," and stuff like that. He gets Miyagi to come help in and stuff like that. So, yeah. Now, we get an interesting dialogue scene between Zunisha and Momonosuke, and Momonosuke talks to Zunisha, and he's like, "Zunisha, can you hear me? Listen, I've thought long and hard about this decision, but I am not going to open up the borders to Wano yet." And Zunisha is like, "Okay, I respect your decision. I know when the time will be right. I trust you and the judgment you'll make to open up the borders." Now remember, the marine freaking ships are like, I think you could say, on the borders of Wano right now. So I guess you could say it makes sense why Momonosuke probably should not freaking open the borders yet, because if he opens the borders yet, the Marines have full capacity to come and take over, and they'll just be in rule of Wano and just put it under the world government. So I think Momonosuke, I think he's gonna wait for the time when it's right to finally open up, and when there's a change in the world, which obviously we know is more than likely the world government being taken down. That's probably when he's going to open up his borders to the world, to the rest of the One Piece world. I feel like that might happen, because maybe he has a feeling like, it's not right, it's not time yet, the time has not come yet, to open up the borders to the world for people outside of Wano to see what we have for our country. And then plus you got all this chaos and turmoil, and there's turnover that's going on. You just can't open up your borders with the fact that now he's gonna pretty much be the shogun now. He's gonna be running the show. It's gonna have to be a while. He has to get things under control, has to establish all these like guidelines and these laws and put them in place before he can truly open up the borders of Wano and stuff like that. So yeah, and have, as well as having the people understand like he's a new shogun and stuff like that. So yes. Anyways, Zunisha, he understands that, and he kind of just is like, "I'll trust your judgment." He just walks away for the time being, and stuff like that. Now Momonosuke's like, good, thank you. Now all of a sudden this earthquake starts happening. Now all of a sudden we come back to Onigashima. Some of the remnants of the Beast Pirate members, and they're like just the weaker members, are like, oh please, you think we are down for the count? We're not done yet. You're still outnumbered. We're still gonna beat you guys. Surrender and you'll lose the fight. Stuff like that. And obviously, they don't believe that Kaido's lost and everything. And can you really blame them? They're a part of an Emperor's crew. To them, they think, the Emperors are all, pretty much, all powerful. They can't be defeated. But this is truly the first time this is the first time they've truly tasted defeat. So they really don't know how to react to that and stuff like that. Now Frankie's like, oh sure, you want to go? I can go some 4 more rounds and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden Yamato gets in the way and says, stand down, Animal Kingdom pirates. The fight is already over. Why continue to fight when so many of you have died? Stop this. Now, one of the Beast Pirates members is like, young Master Yamato, get out of the way. It sounds like you're siding with them and stuff like that. And Yamato is like, listen, if not for the leader, if not for Momonosuke, we would have all died. You would have smashed into nothingness and stuff like that, and pretty much she goes in and say, listen, if you want to continue to fight, then I'll be the one to beat you guys up. So you want that action? Step up right to the plate. And pretty much the Beast Pirate members, they just kind of back off. Now the earthquake is felt alongside Onigashima. Again, we see Kaido and Big Mom, they're just floating in this magma, in this lava. It doesn't look like they're disintegrating or anything. It doesn't look like they're dying. So apparently they got very thick skin to where they're immune to lava. Insane. And stuff like that. Everywhere around Wano, people are feeling this earthquake, and all of a sudden, this freaking earthquake just erupts, or this volcano erupts, and it just booms, and all of a sudden, there's like an underwater volcanic eruption. Oh, my bad. Anyways, we cut back to the narrator. He's like, the winner, formerly Kaido, the final battle in the skies over Wano. And you see a panel of Luffy, obviously rested up, all bandaged up and everything, smiling. And it says, winner, Straw Hat Luffy. So the match has been confirmed in this chapter. It's over. I knew it was going to be over because the way they had Luffy do that one last attack, it felt like a final attack type of thing. And it just felt like there was nothing left that Kaido could do. I know some people said, oh, well, this, that. Again, I believe it was time to end the fight. It's been going on. The fight started like way back in chapter 1000. We're already 50 chapters, into the battle, or it's been 50 chapters for this fight to go over, and stuff like that. And I think it was ample enough time. I think it was a solid fight. Now, would I say I prefer other One Piece fights compared to this? Yes, but it did have some very great moments in this fight and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, the townspeople of Wano in the flower capital see the explosion of the volcano, and they're like, wait, that's coming from Onigashima and everything. There's something going on with Kaido and everything? And all of a sudden, Momonosuke flies and he's like, fear not, you guys are not in danger. And obviously the people see Momonosuke in his dragon form. They think it's Kaido, but it's not. And they're like, it's supposed to be your day of freedom. What the hell is he doing here and stuff like that? And that's when Momonosuke goes on to say, I'm not Kaido. That eruption was the final drum beat, signaling the end of Kaido's supreme commander of the Animal Kingdom pirates. So he flies down and he's starting to, transform back into his regular human form. Now the townspeople are shocked. They're like, wait, what the hell are you talking about? All of a sudden they see people within the smoke come walking. And it's the Scabbards alongside Komurasaki, or who they think is Komurasaki, but we know it's Hiyori and everything. And they're all shocked. They're like, wait, Komurasaki? Isn't she supposed to be dead? There's no way it's a ghost and everything. We just had her funeral and everything. What the hell's going on? And stuff like that. But they kind of just like, well, who cares? Komurasaki's back. And then all of a sudden they see Kiroshiro, and they're like, wait, Kirishiro, what the hell's going on here? What's going on? And then the chapter ends off the last panel of Denjiro pretty much saying, it'll be a long, long story, but here is the new Shogun of Wano. And that's where the chapter ends off. There is no break. Yes, so it looks like next week we will be getting the face reveal of grown-up Momonosuke, who they've already specified from what Shinobu said looks similar to Odin. He looks similar to Odin, so we're more than likely gonna get that the next chapter. And like I said, since the fight's over, we're probably gonna get resolutions to this arc and stuff like that. Obviously, Luffy and company, they're gonna be staying there for probably a few days or so before they take off again. What I just envision is, the townspeople are going to introduce to Momonosuke. They're going to say, this is Lord Momonosuke, like, you've grown, what the hell, and stuff like that. Momonosuke will say, Kaido has been defeated, Orochi has been slain, and I am now taking place, as the new Shogun, filling in for my father, and I've come back, and I will make this country what it used to be back in the time that my father ruled over. Stuff like that. Other things is we're going to get resolutions to some storylines, that have been going on. And then more than likely, we're going to find out who's going to be joining Luffy on his journey. Right now, obviously, number one thing is Yamato is definitely going to more than likely join the crew because, again, she calls herself, pretty much Odin. And what was one thing we saw in the Odin flashback that Odin did? He wanted to travel out to sea. And we know that Yamato wanted to travel out to sea with Ace, but Ace died. So she more than likely is going to be like, Luffy, let me join your crew. I wanted to go out to sea with you and experience the world. Because Ace was going to do the same thing with me after I was free from Onigashima. But now since you're pretty much like his brother, let me go with you. Let me join your crew. Obviously, Luffy's going to be like, sure, might as well, and, join the crew. I guess I don't blame you. So Yamato will join the crew. I don't know if Carrot's going to join the crew or going to stay with the Minks on Zou, or maybe the Minks will maybe live in Wano, but they'll probably go back to Zou. We'll see. Personally, I think Carrot might join them as well, too. I think Luffy is going to get 3 new crew members on his team going forward, which Jinbei, even though he was already accepted to go be in his crew at the end of the whole Cake Island arc, this will be Jinbei. He's still fairly new to the group and everything, so he's going to be joining the team. And I think Yamato is definitely going to join the team, and it's up in the air if Carrot's going to. Some people say she's probably not. Some people want her to join the crew. I wouldn't be opposed. I want Carrot to join the crew. I think she could definitely help out. And I think after that, that's pretty much it. That would be Luffy's crew, which is him, Zoro, Sanji, Nami, Robin, Brook, Chopper, Frankie, Yamato, Jinbei, and Carrot. I think that would be a solid enough crew, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. The next few weeks can be the resolutions. Obviously, another one thing is we're gonna get the world government's perspective as well on this whole thing. Because if you remember in the fight between Luffy and Kaido, when the clashing was happening between the Fisk and everything, that one CP0 member, he's pretty much got out of town. So he's more than likely gonna go back to Marijois, report everything he saw there, and said, yeah, this is bad, guys, because your worst fear, this guy, he unlocked his devil fruit powers and he awakened them, and apparently he defeated Kaido. And that's when obviously the Goro say, the elders and the world government are going to be like, oh, we got ourselves a fucking problem. And I can't wait to see the look on their faces when they finally hear that Luffy's devil fruit's been awakened. He's beaten an emperor. So that definitely means that Luffy's bounty is going to go up exponentially. I guarantee you, now, because on pirate bounties, they say alive, bring in alive or dead. I think the government is actually going to raise Luffy's bounty like a hefty amount of money, And now the fact that his devil fruits awaken, I won't be shocked if his bounty doesn't say, you know, need dead body, pretty much, you know, bring in dead, because they know, because we saw in the chapter when the devil fruit was, Luffy's devil fruit was awakened, how much they feared it. I would not be shocked if they have their if they have the Luffy bounty changed to essentially bring in dead, because they want to make sure, because after hearing this, the story that they're going to hear, they're going to be like, this guy's got to die, this guy's got to die. And I guarantee you, this, you know, they're going to be after the Straw Hats, that Luffy is going to be their number one priority. I can best believe. You see, there's good things that are going to come out of the war, but there's also going to be a negative effect, and that means the world government is definitely now going to be solely focused on, like, okay, we've had all these other internal thoughts, we need to stop the Straw Hats, and we need to stop Straw Hat Luffy, because this guy now got our worst nightmares available, our worst nightmares, you know, awakened. So yeah, I definitely do that. Things that's gonna happen, and then we're just gonna get more people reacting to the news and stuff like that, because this is definitely gonna hit the world news of Straw Hat Luffy defeating Kaido. That's gonna be passed around and stuff like that. We're gonna see other people's thoughts on this and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be very damn interesting to see where the story is going to go. But we'll have to wait till next chapter, chapter 1051. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's chapter of my One Piece, and well, we'll give me your thoughts and your predictions of what's gonna happen next in the storyline. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Catch you guys later. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Until then, guys, peace.